Shalom Israel. First, I want to start by giving all honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh, B'Hashem, Yahushua, B'Hashem, HaKadosh. Double honors into the elders, apostles, and bishops of GMS Great Millstone, who rule well, teach, and edify, and peace and blessings to hopefully like document Aqua in this house of the faith. My name is Ishaya. I don't want Ratazak to make an edifying video going into, you got to control your wants, your needs, your lusts, etc. Right? Babylon the Great is a place, it's very comparative, right? And it's very enticing. They got this saying called keeping up with the Jonses. Always feeling the need to have the newest shit. Always feeling the need to have shit. And at the end of the day, if you have to go out of your way to get it, or if you do attain those things, it might be your destruction, because Israel is a seed, is a people who, when they get some shit, they want to start forgetting who they were, who the Lord is, and just start forgetting how they got there. You feel me? And I was going to start with Proverbs 14 and 12, but I think I'm going to start with Hosea 13, Lord willing. Is it 14? No, it's towards the top. It's one of these. There it is, Salakia. Hosea 10, starting at the top on the NLT side, it says, "How prosperous is Israel, a luxuriant vine loaded with fruit. But the richer the people got, the more pagan." Salakia. Niggas tripping on the road. All right, the more pagan altars they build. All right, and you could even see that these things can corrupt you. They even corrupted King Solomon. He started building altars for the heathen, for the pagan gods of his wives. And that's ultimately how he fell, worshiping those other gods. It says the more pagan altars they build, the more bountiful they harvest, the more beautiful their sacred pillars. The hearts of the people are fickle. They are guilty and must be punished. The Lord will break down their altars and smash their pillars. So the chief point I wanted to get here is a luxuriant vine. But the richer the people got, the more pagan altars they built. So this, when Israel touch up on some bread, they start getting and having shit, is when they want to start forgetting things. There's like a saying Jake says, like, "Oh, you got some money, now you want to act brand new and shit." And that's what the fuck happens. You might think you want that new whip. You might think you want that new crib. You might think you want this new bullshit. But that could actually be your fucking demise. And that leads me to Proverbs 14 and 12. Through the Spirit. Because you always got to check yourself, man. You got to check yourself and watch where you look, because you might think that you can handle it, but at the end of the day, you actually might not. There's a reason why you don't fucking have it. The Lord's got to build you up to have the things that you may want. And at the end of the day, you're not going to get all those things, because that's not why we're fucking here. Proverbs 14 and 12, "There is a way which seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death." You could find yourself overly wanting bullshit, keeping up with the Jonses here in Babylon. You see a motherfucker riding around in a I don't know, a GTR and shit. You like, damn, I want a GTR. Let me get my bag up. Let me go get a GTR. And say you're able to get the money to get said car. Are you able to have that car? Are you able to have luxuriant things and still have your focus be on the Lord? Because not a lot of people are able to. You have to be built up to even have shit. Riches heart upon them. 1 second. Bear with me for 1 second. Yeah, this is what I want to. So Psalm 62 and 10 says, "Trust not in oppression." And ultimately, we don't want to trust in Esau's system, bro. The scriptures tell you in 1 John, the 2nd chapter, in the 15th verse says, "Love not the things that are love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man loveth the world, the love of the Father is not in him." So if you over here truly just loving this shit, loving the things that you have, and just setting your heart upon those things, then the love of the Lord is not in you, because ultimately you love the fucking world. Become not vain in robbery. If riches increase, set not your heart upon them. We're supposed to be indifferent to financial seasons. Indifferent to anything, bro, because it doesn't fucking matter. That's not what we're worried about. The Lord gives us our daily bread, and if we get an occasional want, we praise the Lord with that. All right? We praise the Lord. It's not a thing of like you get these things and then you like, man, this is nice, you know, and you start fucking taking the bag over the Lord. Because that shit happens in Israel, man. You see guys that you know, put on that type of personality. They start selling out, telling these forward ass doctrines, but they got millions in the bank. All right. So essentially just selling out because they like the nice things of this world. They like to have the lavishness. They love to take the flights. They love to fucking see around the world and shit. Does the scriptures not tell us to be users of the world and not abusers thereof? Do you really need a fucking Lambo? Real shit. When a car does it, it's like, let's put it like this. If a Camry gets you point A to point B, what the fuck do you need a Ford Raptor for? It's all luxuries. It's all a luxurious thing that you don't fucking need, but you want it because it's the flesh. And every once in a while, you will get those things. It's not to say that we're in this truth to be losers. Bros have nice things. Even in the Arizona church, bros have nice vehicles and bros deal with very beautiful women, models and shit like that. But at the end of the day, bros don't focus on none of that shit. If it goes your way, and then it goes your way. You feel me? And you're not fucking worried about it. Because ultimately, it's a gift from the Lord. You got to go through hell to even receive those things, man. You see a brother that has a lot of money. Just know that on the other side of that money came with a lot of fucking hell. The Lord had to test him and build his spirit up a lot just to have those things. And what does he do with that money? All right? You think bro's just Xing off the ministry? He's still putting in just more work, actually. He's probably putting in more work each and every day for the Lord. And not only that, he's paying more in tithes. He's paying more out to brothers. You know? He's doing things righteously. He's not setting his heart upon those riches and hoarding them up like some type of fucking dickhead, man. All right? Let's see. What did I want to get? It's lucky. I lost my point. I was trying to get there it goes. It comes back. Sirach 14 and I get 11. Because occasionally it is good to do yourself, like, you know, a good thing, man. It says, my son, according to thy ability, do good to thyself and give the Lord his due offering. And give the Lord his due offering. So even in everything that we do, we give the Lord his due offering. We always praise the Lord and thank the Lord for everything we do. I was just watching a video from the elder, I think it was from Dallas. It was going into, he made the video about 3 days ago talking about thanking the Lord more. Like, do you thank the Lord enough for everything that you have? Because if you're not doing that, then you could grow to be proud. Like, you're almost entitled to these things. Thanking the Lord for your body, thanking the Lord for your mind, thanking the Lord for the spirit, thanking the Lord for your, like, you know, him keeping your soul safe, thanking the Lord for your family, thanking the Lord for everything that you have, man. Thanking the Lord that you got a car. There's brothers that don't have a car. You know what I'm saying? There's brothers that are in pretty tough financial situations. You know, thanking the Lord for everything that you have. Thanking the Lord for your hell too. Thank the Lord for him, because ultimately the Lord chastens those that are his. Pursuing us, a precept you could get for that is Sirach 30, starting at the top. Like the way of like a father would chasten his son. So if you're going through chastisements, you know, you thank the Lord for those chastisements because the Lord's showing you that he's dealing with you. All right? Life here ain't easy, man. We ain't here to keep up with the Jonses. We're not here to fucking worry about the lavishness of this life. And will you receive a nice thing here and there? Yes, you will. All right? You will receive those things more than likely if the Lord permits it and it's a part of your portion at some points in time, bro. Like even certain brothers, man, like certain brothers be like super ripped. They be like 6% body fat and shit. You know? But are you focused on that? Is that your whole life? Is that everything that you worry about? No, that's a gift from the Lord that ultimately he allowed you to do that. You know what I mean? To have that type of health and physique, man. That's a gift. But at the end of the day, you don't set your heart upon those things and you don't fucking worry about that shit because that's not why we're here. The scriptures in Romans, the 14th chapter and the 8th verse, it says, if you live, you shall live unto the Lord. If we die, we die unto the Lord. If you live or die, we are the Lord. So no matter what it is that we do, we're the Lord's, bro. All right? The man's goings of the Lord. The Lord made us everything that we are to be. The Lord gifted us with everything that we have. So thank him always for those things. All right? But don't go sitting there trying to betray the Lord for these things. It's fucking ridiculous. Because if a man's led away from his own lust, you can't blame the Lord for that. That's your own lust. That's those demons. That's that left-hand power. That's you giving into that shit, man. That's your weakness. All right? James 1:13, it says, let no man say when he is tempted, I am tempted of the Lord. For the Lord cannot be tempted with evil, neither tempted he any man. Every man is tempted when he is drawn away of his own lust and enticed. So it's your own lusts. And when lust hath been conceived, it bringeth forth sin. And sin, when it is finished, bringeth forth death. So that's like the pattern that you'll fall down into, bro. If you're setting your heart upon these things and worrying about this shit, trying to keep up with the Jonses, trying to fucking, put this ministry second, put the Lord second, and then your worldly gain first. And I'm going to end off with this last precept here in Luke, the 12th chapter and the 21st verse. That reads, in the NLT, I'll get this one. It says, yes, a person is a fool to store up earthly wealth, but not have a rich relationship with Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Pray this lesson was edifying. I want to lastly give all honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Shalom.